welcome everybody. Here we are. What a beautiful night. This is the 78th annual Kiwanis Santa Claus Parade. I'm Linda Van Alst.
I'm John McLaughlin from the Kiwanis Club.
And we're so excited to see so many people down here today.
It's incredible. I couldn't believe it. I came down at 4:30 and it was already crowded, and there was somebody singing Christmas songs beside. Oh, I thought it was just awesome.
I know, it's beautiful. And I walked all the way down to where the floats are meeting, down by the beer store parking lot. It's people all the way down.
I think, from what I can see, this is the biggest crowd I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember last year, but you could hardly see because it was such a blizzard. But there were a lot of people then too, but everybody scattered almost the minute it was over. Now, I love the way what the city, the Riverside River District has done with the fires and the music.
It is a really nice atmosphere, and when the sun was out, it was still light. You could see everybody. It was pretty neat.
Oh yeah, it's fun. Did you know this is the longest running parade? And I should have checked this. I think it's in Canada. That's been sponsored by the same organization.
And I think you're absolutely right. It is all of Canada, because some of the other parades have changed sponsors.
Yeah.
They've been here longer, but they don't have the same sponsors that sponsor.
It's always been the Kiwanis Club. And this started way back when J. Irvin Brown, and I should have looked up to see what year, but this was way back, 78 years ago, probably 79 or 80 years ago. They were looking, the Kiwanis members were looking for something to do for the children of the area. And his wife said, why don't we do a Santa Claus parade like the Eaton's parade, only a scaled-down version?
But it's not a scaled-down version. It's every bit as nice.
It is so. In fact, a lot of people come from a distance to see this one because it's so great. And there are more entries this year than ever.
Yeah. I saw some people here from Port Elgin. I saw some people here from Kincardine. I've seen people from all over the place just in the short time I've been here. So they come from far away.
And it's magical that the lights are going to go on after the parade's over, so that parents didn't have to, like they used to have to do, take the kids home, try to get them to have a nap or whatever to bring them back down. This way everything is done here.
Yeah.
It's great.
One of the things that I really appreciate, this is the first time I've done the commentating on a night parade. I've watched it on the Rogers, but if I go back in time when we first, Phil Gignac first made the float, he wanted it to be a night parade. He would be so happy to see it as a night parade. We went to several night parades with the Santa Claus float, but he'd be so happy that it's a Santa Claus float at night in Owen Sound.
Yeah, and we'll talk a bit more about the Santa float as it gets closer to the end, but now, I'm sure Mark Perry from Rogers will remember this. I said that last year there was a blizzard. 1987, there was a raging, this is when the parade was in the morning, a raging Saturday morning blizzard. City plows had to come and clear the main street before the floats could get down there. And I think Mark's cameras were freezing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mark said minus 20 when he did the parade.
Can you imagine? Would you want to be out there marching?
No.
Those poor little twirlettes.
The little girls, the little short skirts and all. Oh, boy, that'd be cold.
Yeah.
So, I was in Montreal during that period. I didn't live in Owen Sound then, so I missed that one. Fortunately.
I'm sure I was here because I've been here for a lot of them.
Yeah. Watching
and then participating. They never let me go out on the street, though. I don't know.
There might be a reason for that.
There could be.
You do such a good job here.
I think we can throw it out to Rhonda. She's out in the crowd there somewhere to talk to some of the excited folks.
Welcome to the Santa Claus Parade. It's Rhonda Brown with Rogers TV, and we have a young couple here with us from the very famous OSDSS who won the Hockey Fest yesterday, right? And you guys were there?
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah. Who did more screaming? You or you?
Me.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent, excellent. It was a fabulous game. So how many Christmas and Santa Claus parades have you guys been to?
Probably like 5.
13. Probably.
Wow, that might be a record. So who are you most interested in seeing in today's parade?
Definitely Santa.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any younger family members you want to shout out to?
I do not.
No. I don't either.
Oh, well, all right. How about older ones? Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad.
Oh yeah. Shout out to my dad.
Well, we hope that you get all your wishes this year for Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have fun.
You as
Thank
well.
you as well.
Welcome back. So lots of excitement out there. That I'm waiting. I'm excited. I'm waiting to hear, of course, the kickoff for the parade is the town crier and then the sirens. And the kids all love those sirens.
Well, I remember when I brought my son to the Santa Claus parade. He loved the parade. There was the sirens he didn't like.
Oh,
they
really?
scared him. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you were around the summer when the mall had an event called, I don't know what it was called, but there were a lot of trucks there and the kids could get inside them and blow
yes,
the horn
yeah.
and turn the sirens on. I was glad when that day was over because we were up there working with Kiwanis. Yeah.
No, my son, he loved the parade, but he just didn't want to hear the big sirens that would come down the street. They scared him. So that's when he was quite young.
Yeah.
He's not quite young anymore.
No, so he doesn't worry about it.
No.
Do you know why the emergency vehicles are always at the front of the parade?
Tell me.
Well, it's because if there's an emergency, they're right at the front of the parade and they can
get out.
hightail it out of there without disrupting the whole route.
Well, who would have an emergency in the middle of a Santa Claus parade?
Well, you would certainly hope there wouldn't be one.
They're all down here.
Yeah, but that's why they're called
Yeah,
emergencies.
for sure.
There's still lots of people filtering in here. Like, all I can see, and I'm sure they're picking it up on the cameras, are wall-to-wall people.
Yeah.
It's very crowded.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how they're getting here because the police have the entire city of Owen Sound blocked off for about 3 blocks all around the river district. So
Yeah, and hopefully people are obeying that. I can tell you a funny story. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but the one year when our police chief was our president at the club, and he was just starting walking, and somebody tried to go through the barricades. And he stopped the parade, sent the guy over somewhere, called somebody else to come down and charge him.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, yeah. No fooling around.
Yeah.
Okay, Rhonda, we're going to throw it back to you.
I have with me a very young favorite person, I think, of Santa Claus. Can you tell us your name?
Daisy.
Daisy. Daisy, are you excited to see Santa tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what you're going to ask Santa for Christmas?
Yeah. I've been the present.
Can you say that one more time?
A princess for me.
Wow, that sounds really nice. Listen, Daisy, I have a prize for you, but I have a question you have to answer first, okay? Okay?
I have a chocolate.
Oh, okay. But do you know what color Santa's suit is?
Red.
You're right. Oh my goodness, lady. Guess what? We have a little sucker for you. You're welcome. Merry Christmas. Back to the show.
Okay, welcome back. Still lots and lots of people down there.
And one of the things I noticed, Linda, is a lot of people down here, but they're dressed in costumes.
Yeah.
Like, I saw 2 little kids getting out of a car and they had their Christmas jammies on and they look like little elves. And I see people with lights on their heads and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I know, it's fun. It's a good time. And the stores are all decorated, all the lights on. You know what I really miss, though? And this is going back, is the big Christmas tree and what used to be Leggett's.
Yes. And they also had a big Christmas tree here at the city of Owen Sound that used to be
Yes, they did.
a big tall one. If you remember that.
First it was a real one.
Yeah, it was a real one, and it was featured in the movie One Magic Christmas.
Yes, that's right.
So
For
that was
anybody
filmed
who's
here.
been around for a while, and perhaps they actually were in that movie because there are
Yes.
a lot of extras.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, I watched it for the first time when I was in Montreal, and it brought back memories of home, which I consider Owen Sound
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
And it was kind of nice. We went to the show and watched it in Montreal, and it was kind of exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Very exciting. We have, we should be able to hear something soon. And I have to tell people, we might get a little confused because actually we're talking about what's happening down the street as we're broadcasting, not what's happening right in front of us. And sometimes I get a little excited.
Yes.
And forget what I'm supposed to be looking at.
I agree. But hopefully they'll get our signal up soon so we can see something.
Yeah, we're just having a little technical difficulty here.
But we'll get it straightened out.
Sure. It's live TV. It's what you expect.
Yes.
It is. And you're used to that because you're a performer.
But not with televisions.
Just out there on the stage. And I have to say, what's the name of your group?
Switchback.
Switchback. And they are awesome.
Thank you.
If you want a good band, get a hold of them. Fun time. Yeah. Very talented musicians.
Yeah, we enjoy it.
And that's the thing with this area. We have so much talent here.
Oh, it's incredible.
I know.
It's incredible.
I don't know if it's the water. If it was, I didn't drink from it. However.
So I noticed when I was going through the parade lineup that there's a couple of floats where people are singing live music. And so I'm looking forward to that. I want to hear that. So
yeah. All right.
Well, the good news is we now have a visual contact. So
and we can see the town crier coming. And do you want to tell us a little bit about the town crier?
Well, it's funny. I did a little homework on this the town crier, and I realized that the first town crier in Owen Sound was in 1850. His name was John Dandy Hall.
Daddy.
John Daddy Hall. And I found that pretty amazing. And he was an African American.
Yes.
That had escaped through the Underground Railroad and wanted to pay back the community, I guess. But he would go out to corners, ring his bell, tell the news of the day, go to another corner, ring his bell, tell the news of the day, and people would follow him all over the place.
Yeah, it's
I
amazing.
thought that was amazing. Yeah.
And so, of course, now it's Drew Ferguson. And Drew has done this since 2007. I think last year he didn't do it, and it was somebody from another area because Drew was tied up with something. But we're back to Drew, so since 2007, and he's a Kiwanian.
He's now a Kiwanian, which is great.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But he had to enter a contest, too.
Yes.
That's how he ended up being the town crier. He entered a contest and won. So.
I think he took over for Geraldine Brill when she was retiring because it was a woman before that. So took over for her. And, yeah. All right, we're going to throw it back out to Rhonda. She's got some more excited folks to talk to.
When he says go, we're going to be ready. Welcome back to the Santa Claus Parade with Rogers TV. I have today with me Jason. Jason, are you excited?
Yes.
Yes. Are you looking forward to Christmas?
Yes.
What is your favorite part of Christmas?
Spending time with the family?
Nice answer. I think you're going to get some really cool presents this year. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Listen, I have a question for you, and if you get it right, you will get a prize. Okay? What kind of an animal pulls Santa's sleigh?
Reindeer.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, buddy, you get the prize. So, how old are you, Jason?
9.
9? Oh my goodness. Well, I think this is going to be a pretty cool Christmas. Do you think there's going to be snow or no snow?
I don't know.
I don't think anybody does, including the Weather Network. But we'll be back after this. So can you say we'll be back after this?
We'll be back after this.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, G.
I'm wondering, she's handing out great chocolate suckers there. I wonder if she's going to bring
one.
No, I didn't get one either. I wonder if she can come up and interview us. And
We're going to have to talk to her about that. Now, I did notice, though, the person she was interviewing had one of those, a little fancy hat on. That's what I was talking about earlier, how everybody's getting right into the Christmas spirit and getting costumes and dressing up.
Yeah, it's so much fun. We should be hearing the pipe band soon, I think, that should be coming along. But I don't hear it yet, do you?
No, not yet.
No. What's your... tell me, John, looking back, because you've lived in Owen Sound now for quite a number of years and been involved in a lot of different things. What's your best memory of the parade?
Well, it probably goes back to when I had young children.
I was going to say, back when the kids were small.
And it was kind of interesting because I was a member of the Kiwanis Club, and I said, look, a Kiwanis Club, I like the Kiwanis Club, but I like my children more. So I spent the parades with my children rather than working them. But then in those days, we had a lot of members, so I could do that.
Yes.
But, I love coming down, drinking hot chocolate, watching the parade with the kids.
It was always so much fun. You get up, and of course I live out in the country, so you get the kids up, get them dressed, come into town, find a parking spot,
That's
get
the
settled.
challenge, is finding the parking spot.
Yes,
So.
it is so. I hear some sirens.
I do too. So hopefully we'll see the parade coming soon, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see all the different floats. Some I'm really looking forward to. As I was reading the lineup, I thought, geez, this is going to be a good parade.
Oh, I know. When going through it, because John and I find out details that aren't included in the registration about each of the floats, and some of them, the amount of work that have gone into them. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. I also love the bands, the different. There's the pipe bands, and then there's the regular bands, and there's the city band, and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Those, to me, are what makes the parade really good, is
Oh,
the
yeah.
bands.
Yeah. All right, we're going to throw it back out to Rhonda.
Are you? Ooh. Welcome back. It's Rhonda with Rogers TV, and we have George here, who's 9 years old. And what school do you go to, George?
Eastridge.
What's the best school in Owen Sound, George?
Eastridge.
Good answer. I think your teacher's going to be pretty happy with you when you go back to school on Monday. George, are you excited about this parade?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing at the parade?
Seen Santa Claus like on a vehicle, like on the top of the roof.
Yeah, pretty cool, isn't it? Are you staying for the Festival of Lights after, George?
I think so.
Awesome. We'll see you around. I hope you have a good time. Now listen, George, I have a question for you, and if you get it right, you get a candy, okay?
Okay.
All right. What color is Santa's suit?
Red.
George, high five. Woohoo! Well, listen, George, we hope you have a fabulous time tonight at the parade, and we will see you. Have fun. Say goodbye to everybody. Merry Christmas.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks,
I
George.
want to give a big shout out to everybody that couldn't be down here tonight, because there are a lot of people that are, for one reason or another, couldn't make it downtown, but are watching it at home. Or some people that are here may be watching it, because we know Rogers will be playing it again for everybody's enjoyment. So,
For sure.
yeah.
When I didn't have young children, I often watched it on Rogers, because I didn't want to take up a lot of space. I didn't want to take up the space that was better for the little children.
Of course,
so
you could be behind them.
I could.
Yeah.
I could see over their heads for sure.
Yeah. So we've got a bunch of clowns coming up here now carrying the Kiwanis banners. And I want to say with the wagons, the signage that's on
the
the wagon.
Kiwanis 78th Annual Santa Claus Parade. Did I tell you? Santa Claus is coming!
No. And the folks in the yellow vests, most of them are Kiwanians or other volunteers. They're not there to spoil your fun in any way. They're there to keep you safe. Because the big trucks, especially at this corner up here at 2nd Avenue and 8th Street, need a lot of
They
space
need a
to
little
turn.
room to turn, yeah.
Yeah.
So, now, I see a sign there from Barry's Construction. He came on as a very large sponsor
Yes.
of the parade, and we appreciate his support.
Yes, he's a major sponsor. And there we have the Legion Color Guard. And they've probably been in this parade every year. Not these same individuals.
No.
But the Legion Color Guard.
Legion does a lot of good work in our community.
They sure do. And this is Loch Lomond Pipes and Drums. Now this band is made up of seasoned musicians who are scattered all across Ontario. Now you'll see the drummer there. That is Brad Fraser. So they formed this band in 2010 in memory of his mother Doris. And they perform all over, but they're always here. They all have Celtic roots. They gather together proudly wearing their own tartans.
I have a family tartan.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of purpley in color. It's kind of nice. So
All right.
the Owen Sound Fire Department. Now, I did a little research on the Owen Sound Fire Department and found out that it started in 1850, which I thought, that's a long time ago. But it wasn't the Owen Sound Fire Department then. It was the Sydenham, the village of Sydenham, and they appointed 30 men as their volunteer fire department, as all volunteer.
Of course, Owen Sound was called Sydenham at that time.
That's correct. And then in 1876, it was changed to the Victoria Fire Brigade and had 40 volunteers. Not sure why it was called Victoria. Probably maybe after the Queen. That's what my guess. And then in 1890, and this was interesting, it became the Excelsior Fire Department after the Excelsior Insurance Company.
Wow, they must have sponsored them somehow.
That's what I guess that's what it was. You can buy your name into the fire department.
Yeah.
So now, as we go through 1907, they formed the Owen Sound Fire Department. They had 4 regular firemen and 10 on call, and now they're up to 26 firefighters. And in January of 2023, they appointed their first female firefighter, Bethany Pilkington. So welcome,
right.
Bethany. We're glad
Excellent.
to have you on
And
board.
of course, following them right behind is the Salvation Army, and they're doing a food drive. So I hope everybody remembered to bring their donations. And if you didn't, there are going to be lots of spots around town where you can drop your food donations off for those who need it.
Yeah, the Salvation Army does such great work, especially with food, getting food bank stuff out to people. Now they've even spread out, not just in Owen Sound, they're helping out other food banks all
Yes.
across Grand Bruce County. So they do a fabulous job.
Yes, and I don't know where... there are more and more families who depend on that all the time, unfortunately. It's just a sign of the times.
Yeah, I've been talking to quite a few people that are involved in food banks, and they're seeing increases in the hundreds of percentage.
Yes.
Huge, just huge,
Yes.
especially through this financial times now. So.
Yeah. So it's great if we can, those of us who can do it, to give a hand out and a hand up and help them out.
They look like they're doing pretty good. If you look at those baskets, they look
Yes.
pretty full. So
Yes, they do so.
thank you, people, for coming out and supporting the food bank. That's awesome.
And it looks like a lot of the firefighters that are there in their outfits, gathering up the donations. And you know, everybody donates their time for this.
Yeah, this is nobody's getting paid for this.
Well, I'm not. Are you?
I'm not.
No.
Oh, nobody told me that.
Sorry, John. Yeah, no, cutbacks this year.
Geez, I could have been out making money tonight.
But you would miss this.
No, I wouldn't miss this for all the tea in China. So.
No, it's great. And it's nice. We have a monitor here where we can see the people on the street, and I see a few people I recognize down there, actually.
Yeah. It's nice to see everybody out. It's nice to see all the lights, and I just think this is wonderful that it's now a night parade. How long has it been a night parade, Linda? Do you know offhand?
About 2 years, I think.
About 2 years, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
I know. I could be wrong. It could be 3, but it hasn't been very long.
Yeah.
Took a while to get some people's minds changed from the mindset of a morning parade.
Well, it just links in so well with the Festival of Northern Lights right afterwards. As you said earlier, the families only have to get their kids ready for one night.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
And they can have a long night, and then they can sleep in the morning.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
As if that happens.
Yeah, I've never seen it happen with my grandchildren, I'll tell you that much.
No. And I think we've got the City of Owen Sound coming along here. That must be their new electric car that they have, and I believe Councillor Carol Merton is in that. And we also have, I'm trying to see who all's there, it's the mayor and council, and I believe our MP and MPP are walking with them as well. Oh. I think they're going to interview Carol.
Go.
Merry Christmas, everyone. It's
Yes.
Carol and Sunit wishing you all the
I've
best
seen them
and
around
hoping
town.
you have a wonderful holiday season. And Santa is coming. We know for sure. Watch it for the end of the parade. Take care.
Look at those excited faces.
They're having fun.
Oh, yeah. And there's our mayor. Well, not my mayor, because I live just outside of Owen Sound.
Well, I guess he's my mayor.
But he's your mayor.
He's my mayor.
Yeah. Longtime friend, though.
And that looks like Alex Ruff there, is it?
Yes, that's
I think
Alex.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Great to see
And
so
there's
many
Rick
people
Byers.
out.
It sure is. This is amazing.
It's an absolute packed house here. I don't know if it's the busiest I've been at any of the Owen Sound parades I've been to.
No snow.
Great shows the spirit of Owen Sound and the Grey Bruce community. It's fantastic. So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Thanks, guys.
Merry Christmas.
I don't believe they were here last year.
I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing them.
They have busy schedules.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
They're covering the whole area, but it's great to see them here
And
this
it's a
year.
huge area to cover, Grey
Oh,
Bruce.
gosh, yes.
Just huge. Okay, Owen Sound Police Services. They again, I did a little bit of homework, and I found out how it goes back to the first chief constable was John Mills, and he had 6 constables only.
Wow.
But that was way back when. And in 1858, they appointed a special constable. He was appointed the task of looking after pigs running at large in the city.
Oh my gosh.
So that's a big
thing. And then we got Crime Stoppers right behind them.
Yeah,
That must be the Inter-Township Fire Department.
Yeah, just a quick thing about the Crime Stoppers. They had 1,700 arrests, 2,700 cases cleared.
Wow, good for them. In the Inter-Township, we're hoping it's a quiet night for everybody that's here.
I'm glad to see them here rather than out doing their jobs.
Yes, and you realize that, you know, these are mostly volunteers. And when you look at somebody like, well, even the firefighters from Owen Sound that are staffed, when there's an emergency and you're home having your Christmas dinner and they need more firefighters, you're going out.
Yeah,
You can't say, sorry, I haven't finished my drumstick yet.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Yeah.
And then we got Smokey coming along there. We got a lot of sirens this year.
For sure. Smokey was a big feature when I was a kid. We used to have ads on television. There was a jingle that went with it that I could sing for you, but it takes too long.
Okay.
But it was always Smokey the Bear.
Yeah.
Growling and a howling and a sniff in the air.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't remember that, John, but
He could smell a fire before it starts to flame. That's why they call him Smokey, and that's how they got his name.
okay. Well, that's good to know. Now, I think this must be REACH coming along. So REACH Center participants, they're youth and adults with disabilities, and they have some staff on there. They're smiling and waving their hearts out to share the joy of the season. And I believe that, because they're just up on 8th Street, and I haven't been in, but I'm sure I've seen a sign that they have a store in there now where you can go in and buy some of the products that they've made.
Oh, good.
So
They'll be happy it's not too cold.
Oh, I know. Yeah, everybody's having fun.
For sure. I see a snowmobile on there. I'm hoping we don't have to use them soon.
That's part of the Inter-Township Fire Department.
Well, that's quite a vehicle, isn't it?
Isn't it? To get out in those hard-to-reach places if somebody has a snowmobile accident.
Wow.
Which unfortunately happens.
Yeah, that's quite the vehicle. And they've got it all duded up, too. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, exactly. I think everybody has a lot of fun getting their floats ready to go, decorated.
Yeah, some of them started actually quite early this morning to decorate their floats, so.
Yeah. And we've got the ambulance and the paramedics. And we've got some more from REACH coming.
Yeah, the paramedics have about 80 full-time people in the paramedics.
Wow. And again, there's somebody you really don't want to see. However, when you need them,
They're there.
they're there, and you're glad to see them at
Yeah,
that point.
I don't ever want to deal with them professionally. Thank you. But I sure am glad they're there.
Yes, exactly.
That's quite the sleigh. Quite
Isn't
the
it?
reindeer.
Yeah.
I recently spent some time in the hospital emergency, and these people come in, and they have to stay with that patient for sometimes hours.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know how they do it.
No. So again, the REACH Center of Gray and Bruce, having a lot of fun. There's Mary Lou Strimus. Her husband's one of our Kiwanians, and she helps out a lot.
Does she?
Oh, yeah. In fact, she's coming to do gift wrapping at the mall.
Oh, good. That's a new service that's being done in conjunction with.
It is. Well, the Quota Club have always done it at the mall. However, they're having problems the same as a lot of service clubs where they're losing members because of age and whatever. So we've partnered with them this year.
Awesome.
So if you need any gift wrapping done, come on up to the mall. You'll see the same familiar faces from Quota, but you'll see some new faces from Kiwanis. And there is our Whispering Pines truck. Now, our president is Jim McMahon, but he's missing. He's working. They made him work back at the end of the line.
Well, that's good. It's good.
Yeah.
If you're the president, you have to do your job.
Yeah.
Okay, off the cuff.
Okay, we're going to throw it out to Rhonda.
Go.
Welcome back. I have with me somebody who is probably very well known in our community because he has a claim to fame. How many years were you a volunteer?
Officially, 15 years I've been volunteering with Rogers TV, back when it was Rogers Television. It's been a bit of a family affair, I guess, with my dad being the local street producer here with the parade after so many years. I think Dad's been doing this over 30 years, and myself, my mom, and my sister, we've been kind of helping out doing it for close to about the same almost. Trying to instill it in my little guy.
I was going to say, I think this is the next generation coming up for Rogers. And what's your little guy's name?
This is Rory. It's his first Santa Claus parade here in Owen Sound.
Hi, Mr. Rory. Can you say Merry Christmas? Ho, ho, ho. Well, we can't wait to see him back, and thank you so much for all your volunteer time.
Not a problem. And I encourage anyone to go out and join and do it. It's a really good time.
Okay, welcome back. John, it's up to you.
Yeah, we missed Larissa Yurku there. They had a picture of her on there, but she was a downhill skier. Most people in Owen Sound know who she is. A downhill and Super G skier. She was born in Owen Sound. She actually retired in 2016, and she's a real estate agent now in Collingwood. But she represented our city well.
Yeah, yeah. So we've got some. Who do we have there?
I
don't know.
This is the Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yes. Yeah. And they're a mix of volunteers and littles as well within the agency and some of their family members. There's about 35 people. They're using Christmas decorations, and their theme is unwrapping the holidays. So, Bogner Longlegs.
Now that's one tall person.
That is. And that's the daughter of one of our Kiwanis. I won't tell you who she is, but they have been participating in this Santa Claus parade for over a decade. This year they have Gavin Clifford, who's an 11-year-old self-taught juggler. He enjoys working with balls and clubs and hopes his parents will allow him to juggle with fire soon. We've got Robin Darling. She's a local circus performer, and she's been juggling for over 16 years. She also teaches for Look Up Theater's summer circus camp, so she enjoys sharing all of that. Jennifer is a long-time stilt walker and flow arts performer who enjoys entertaining and interacting with the crowd. They love to play together all year at community events.
Now, I see Canada Post is out here, and they're collecting letters to Santa.
They are.
So.
And thanks to Crystal Van Wyck, because she organized this group of posties to get out here and collect the letters. And we know the kids wait.
I forgot to bring mine.
Did you?
Yeah, I'll have to mail it.
You can mail it, and you mail it to Santa Claus, North Pole, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
H0H0.
H0H0.
Yes.
I'm not sure who that next
It should be the
is.
Grey County milk producers.
And it is.
See, the cows gave it away.
Uh-huh. They probably didn't have any trouble finding a tractor, I guess.
No, probably not.
Now, according to my notes, they were going to be handing out chocolate milk.
Oh.
And
wow.
it looks like they are. Yeah.
Yes.
And they're not little containers. They're fairly good-sized containers. So that'd be a good thing to get.
Sure would. That's great.
Yeah.
And all the families up there.
Yep.
And here comes the Ramoka Shrine Club.
Who has more fun than the Ramoka Shrine Club?
Gosh, these guys. Those little cars, I'd love to drive one of those little cars. They're so much fun. I don't know how they get in them.
I don't think I could. I don't think I'd fit. Oh, they got little scooters too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's lost his dog.
No, it's just an invisible dog.
Oh, it's invisible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys have a lot of fun doing this.
And
They
they're
do a lot of good work.
They do. I was going to say another great service club. I don't know where most communities would be without the service clubs.
Oh, for sure. These guys support fire burn units in
Yeah,
hospitals
for children.
all over the place. They drive people to the hospitals when they need it, and they do a great job. And they have nice little cars.
They do. And they take that trailer along, besides for advertising, is if one of the cars break down, they can just load it in there
Ah,
and
I
get it
didn't
out
know
of the
that.
way. Yes,
Yeah.
well, there you go. Okay, I'm going to throw it back to Rhonda.
I have with me Violet Gao, and she is from China, and she is working at our local hospital in the finance department. She is a master of finance, and she's been working with us for, what, 6 months now, I think?
6 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is your first Santa parade. What do you think, Violet? What do you think of our parade here in Owen Sound?
Yeah, I think the Santa Parade is wonderful. This is my first time to attend this kind of activity for Christmas since I came to Canada 3 years ago, and I think it's very exciting and I liked it very much.
Awesome. Well, I hope that Santa is very good to you this year. I think you've been a good girl.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome back. Owen Sound Minor Baseball.
Yeah, minor baseball is near and dear to my heart. I coached in minor baseball in Owen Sound for a lot of years. And then it started to go downhill. Kids started playing more soccer and things like this. But I was surprised to hear when I talked to the people from minor baseball that they're up 82% and they have 235 kids playing right now.
Wow, that's great.
That's amazing. And I think as the Blue Jays do well, they do well too.
Yeah. And now we've got, I've always wanted to do this, but I've never been able to roller skate, the Grey Bruce Roller Derby. So they've got, that wagon is a giant tower skate, but they're skating along the way and pulling some of the kids as they go. Have you ever gone to the roller derby?
I have actually.
Okay.
I've gone to as a kid, I watched it on television. I was an addict. And so I went out to the roller derby locally, and it was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. This is at Last Forest School. Now, this school, they have programming for children aged 18 months to 12 years. And the teachers lead their groups in play-based outdoor education with a ratio of 1 teacher to 6 students. They go Harrison Park, Campbell Farm School, Outdoor Ed Center, and I know 2 of my great nieces took part in it this summer, and they were there a few times and loved it. And the things they learned, it was great.
That's awesome. I mean, you got to learn about the outdoors because there's a lot of excitement, a lot of fun out there.
Oh, for sure.
Now we're coming up to one of near and dear to my heart, the Georgian Bay Children's Choir. So nice to hear music from the Kiwanis. At one time I was the president of the Kiwanis Music Festival, and the children from Georgian Bay participated. Their youth 6 to 19. It was founded in 1986 by Mary Lou Tremels. They do 2 concerts a year, May and December. And this year the Kiwanis Music Festival community concert is on Sunday, November the 26th at the Harmony Center.
And this is one of the organizations, every year we get requests for sponsorship.
Yes.
And this is one that we have done for 5 years to help them with their uniforms and different things. And it means such a lot to these kids and builds a lot of character and independence to be able to get up there and sing.
Oh, yeah.
This looks like it must be Owen Sound Minor Hockey.
Oh, yes. Okay. And minor hockey, 12 to 14-year-olds. They're playing pond hockey is what they said they were going to be doing, but it looks like they're just sitting there resting. So
at the moment.
They cover 4 years to 18 years. This year they have 439 registrants. They range from 400 and 450 a year And they have 20 teams, which doesn't include their under 5s and under 8 programs. So
Wow. Now we've got St. Dominique, the French school, and I should let you say this one.
École Catholique Saint-Dominique Savio.
Great, because my French isn't very good.
Neither's mine now.
Anyway, they're all dressed up, ready to play. They're in their hockey uniforms. They've got snowflakes falling. They're creating the winter wonderland that we all know and love in Owen Sound.
That's a nice green.
It is a beautiful green. And my neighbor's 2 children went all the way through St. Dominique. In fact, my neighbor works there.
Joyeux Noël. My daughter was in the lead French immersion program here in Owen Sound, and she's fluently bilingual.
Oh, there we've got a couple of our characters. That's Chewbacca, and I guess it's just Chewbacca and a couple clowns.
Yeah, and they're right behind the Century 21 truck. Tim Matthews is the agent there. They're putting the entry.
We should be coming up to Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse. Oh, it's still Century 21. We've got Cubby out there. I just saw him on the side. He must have got lost from the other attack group.
Probably spends more time shaking hands than walking.
Oh,
so.
Everybody loves Cubby.
Yes, for
you
sure.
You go to a game, everybody wants their picture taken with Cubby.
I'm not sure who that is, but they have a bubble machine.
It's a great float.
They have a great little bubble machine. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I know who this group is because they've got lacrosse sticks. So lacrosse. I found it interesting. This minor lacrosse not only represents males but also females. So they have both teams for both girls and boys. They offer kids 3 to 21 for both boys and girls. They have all kinds of different kinds of lacrosse, indoor, outdoor, box, etc., field, and they have. They've been in business for quite a few years, and I'm trying to see here how many people they have represented. I don't think I got that information.
I know that this one of the senior girls teams won something quite big this year, and that I'm sorry I can't think of what it was, but I know that they went to the finals, and I think they won the silver or something.
Yeah.
They did really well.
Yeah, lacrosse has always been big in this area.
It sure has.
Now, I noticed that Bounce 92.3 was there, too. I didn't notice who was in the truck.
No, I didn't recognize them.
I saw Diana last night, so I don't know if she's out tonight, too. I don't know if she's allowed out 2 nights in a row.
I don't know, and I don't know who these walkers are. This could be Georgian Bay Cheer Athletics. But there's Batman. Batman is so awesome. So he came up to the mall because we were handing out the Friday before Halloween, handing out goodies. He came up to stand with us for Kiwanis and got his picture taken with a lot of kids. We're going to throw it out to Rhonda.
We have the scoop of the night. We have Batman, and I know that I have to ask the question that is burning in every kid's mind. Batman, do you put a Christmas tree up in the Bat Cave?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And what are you hoping for?
I'm putting it up tomorrow.
Very good. What are you hoping that Santa leaves under the tree for you this year?
World peace.
Excellent.
Okay, welcome back. What have we got here? A little steamboat of some kind. Oh, this is the Chantry Toot.
This looks like the Southampton Propeller Club and Marine Heritage Society. Now, I found this interesting. This organization started in 1990 with 3 men meeting at the Walker House on Wednesdays at 4 o'clock, and they've just gone crazy.
Wow.
Now they have 265 names on their list as members, from 3 to 265. But they also took over the maintenance of Pioneer Park in 1996, so they look after the park and make sure it all runs right. They build sheds and things like this to make sure everything's good.
I think this must be, I'm guessing here,
but
do those look like penguins?
They sure do.
I think those are penguins. I think that's Georgian Bay Cheer Athletics.
Yes.
And they have been open, they're in Shallow Lake, and they've been open and running for just over 5 years, and they have recreational and competitive programs for athletes 4 years and over. And they're just in a big play zone here. Some of them are performing stunts. And some of them, you're going to see penguins flying. Penguins don't fly, but there may be some here.
No, they don't.
that will fly tonight. That's great.
They didn't have.
Oh, there we go.
They do fly.
Yes.
And we didn't have cheer athletics when I was younger. We had cheerleading squads in the school, but
Look at that. Wow.
good stuff.
Next step, Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, don't drop her.
I know.
That would not be good.
A few more penguins.
And they've decorated a little float quite nicely. The
yes,
trailer.
they have. The ice there.
Yeah. That almost looks like an ice sculpture, but it's lights and plastic. Very nice.
This is so much fun. I know I've said that before, but for the kids that are participating,
Yeah.
it's just a fun time.
Absolutely. They enjoy it, and we enjoy it.
Yeah, we sure do.
They're getting people from the audience to participate in their cheer.
Wow. We couldn't have had a better night.
Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, here we come with the Bruce Shrine Club. They've always got bubbles coming out, and I just love that. I love bubbles.
They're so much fun.
So the Bruce Shrine Club does a lot of work transporting people to hospitals and healthcare facilities. They have one of the things they do as a fundraiser is they go around to all the parks and pick up cans that they can get refunds on. And last year, by collecting beer cans, they made over $20,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I saw this group when I was walking down. They were leaving the professional center parking lot, and that float was bouncing along then.
They got to have pretty good hinges on that thing because they get that thing really bouncing. So
Should be against the law to have that much fun.
yeah. Now, they also sell Christmas cake, shortbread, chocolate almonds, cherry ring cake, and mixed nuts, and you can buy them right online. So,
Oh, great.
A lot of the Shrine Clubs do sell that stuff as a way to raise funds to support their good causes.
I hear some more music coming.
I'm pretty sure that's still the Bruce Shrine Club.
You think so?
Oh, they have way too much fun.
And again, they have their trailer there so that if once something
Yeah.
breaks down, they can get it out of the road, load it up, and the parade goes on.
Oh, this is Cobble Beach.
Okay. It's Cobble Beach. I can't imagine that there is anyone around here who doesn't know about Cobble Beach. It's a four-season destination. It's a beautiful spot. 18 kilometers of groomed cross-country ski trails. They have lots of winter amenities you can take part in. An outdoor hot tub, a spa, the restaurant, of course.
They got a great restaurant there.
I know. It's on my list to get out there soon. So don't think of Cobble Beach as just a summer destination. It's really
No,
a
for
winter
sure.
wonderland. And they have a trail out there, too, with lots of carvings and people along the way. Oh, we got Ministry of Natural Resources.
Yeah. They look after, the Ministry of Natural Resources, responsible for all fish and wildlife in the area. And they don't actually issue the licenses. You get those at the Service Ontario, but they enforce all the rules. So to try to make sure that you're not overfishing. Now Smokey's taking a right here. Did he go around the block and come back?
I don't know. Maybe he cut through the alley. Maybe there's two Smokies. I
Ah.
like the dinosaur, though.
For sure.
That's great.
He looks like that dinosaur looks like he's having
Stressless
trouble
moves.
walking. Yeah, stressless moves. They do moving and storage. They do demolition. They do estate clearances, and they do any heavy moves. If you need like a piano move, you call those guys. And they had a picture, and I could tell by the picture they could pick up any
Okay.
heavy. They're pretty strong guys.
We've got Mix 106. Of course, I don't know if you were here way back when we only had one radio station
Yes,
when I was young.
yes.
And now we've got many to choose from,
Yeah.
but Mix 106. It's great. And I think Bayshore Broadcasting had her along here somewhere too. We had the bounce go by. St. John Ambulance. So this is their Medical First Response Division. It's a service organization of volunteers, and they specialize in the delivery of advanced first aid at community events. And I've seen them in action at some of the community events, and it's amazing.
Absolutely.
I have had to take their course a few times for work, and it's a great course, and I always pray I never have to use any of it.
Yes.
Because
I have been in a situation where I've had to use what I learned.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to do it again.
I'm always worried I won't remember. I'm like, and you can't carry your book with you, but I'm sure it comes back to you at the moment.
Yeah. Adrenaline kicks in.
Yeah.
For sure. Now, I think
You'll get in, don't worry.
got a little bit of a gap in the parade here.
Yeah.
We need your eyeballs.
Okay.
You're on TV, man. We need to know you're alive.
So this is the Lions. This is the twirlettes, and oh my gosh, they're so good. We're just going to pass this right out to Rhonda.
Go ahead.
Welcome back to the Santa Claus Parade with Rhonda at Rogers TV. We have
Veda, Dexter, Leah, Damon.
Okay, guys, what has been your favorite part so far tonight?
I don't know. All it been good.
All of it. Hey, good answer. All of it has been really good.
Maybe seeing all the floats.
Very cool.
Same with Veda.
Same with Beta.
I like seeing all the floats and getting a lot of candy.
Getting a lot of candy, that would be my goal too. So you guys, have you got your Christmas list ready for Santa?
I have.
You do. Have you written a letter?
Not yet.
You better work on it. Okay, we'll be seeing the big guy soon. Stay tuned.
Those little guys at the end, those are the fun ones to watch.
Yes.
And I don't know, I was trying to get hold of somebody to find out exactly how many parades the Twirlettes have been in here, but as many as I can remember, they've been here.
Many years ago, my wife was twirled baton. As a matter of fact, she was a Canadian champion and all this kind of stuff. And she went in all these parades. I don't know how they do it in the real cold days because they still wear the same outfit.
I know. And your fingers must get so cold.
I don't know how they do it.
No.
I really don't.
That's something else I haven't been able to master is twirling a baton. I'd take somebody out, I'm sure. And I think they have the vehicle following them to pick up the little ones when they've walked far enough.
Again, safety first.
And again, these vehicles that you're seeing here, they're all donated. So all these businesses, you know, make sure you support them. More of our banners mentioning the different folks that support Kiwanis throughout the year.
But especially for the parade. So
oh, yeah.
The parade doesn't happen without sponsors. So thank you.
And haveone.com. Gabe belongs to Kiwanis, and I don't know how many last-minute phone calls he gets, and he can pull a miracle out because you need something done right away. And he's always so calm.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
He's always so calm.
He's a calm, cool, collected guy.
Yeah.
Seems to be a holdup.
I think so. We're stopped
They're probably
at the
taking
corner.
the corner, yeah.
Yeah. What's been your favorite one so far?
Not sure. I'm trying to think of what the name of the float was. The one with the ice sculpture on it.
Oh, yeah.
I forget who that was.
That was the, with the penguins?
Yes, that's the one, yeah.
I like that one. Let me just look back here. I have a good memory. It's just short.
The cheer athletics.
Georgian Bay Cheer Athletics.
Yeah, I like that one. So.
Yeah, my memory's not quite as good as it used to be. Everybody's like, all the folks there. Nobody's freezing.
Now, I'm not sure what the holdup is, but it's complete stopped at the corner.
Oh, I see them moving slowly. There they go, little by little. Sometimes they have trouble on the corners because people get excited and get out on the road and then they have to move them back.
That's right. And we have Kiwanis along the parade route to try to keep people back. It's not the easiest job in the world.
No, because kids are excited.
Absolutely.
And then the parents want their kids to get out there to be able to see, to have,
But we want them to be safe.
We do want them, and especially this corner out here. This is a really difficult corner for them. I was wondering what question, because we can't hear what Rhonda is asking them, but whatever she has, that little boy, she had him stumped there for a minute.
Probably his name.
He was doing a lot of thinking.
He was a little bit nervous.
Yeah. Engaged Financial.
Now they're singing live music. I wanted to hear that, but I can't quite make it out.
Jingle Bell Rock, I think.
And I think that's Rob Elder in the back leading the sing-along.
Oh, well. Very talented musician.
For sure.
When I was doing my show on Rogers, I had the opportunity to interview him and listen to his music quite a few times. So the Owen Sound Ice Hawks, girls hockey team carrying the banners. And sometimes if we're short of volunteers, the folks who've gone around first will hop back into the parade with something else and make, oh, there's Mrs. Claus. Now, we're really happy that she could make time for both her and Santa to get here tonight, because we know it's a busy time, and I'm sure she has a busy time keeping him organized.
She's taking it the easy way this year.
Yes,
she's
she
in
is.
the truck, so that's
She's
smart.
probably tired.
Smart on her part.
And this truck from Stewart's Towing, I first saw it at that truck event up at the mall, and we went over and said, you have to put this truck in the parade, because they had all the lights and things going, and it's so pretty.
Looks great.
I know. And they have it all decorated up.
Again, somebody I don't want to see professionally.
No. However, I have to say they have the best ad, because I hear it in the morning and then I sing it most of the day. Stewart's Towing, we get you going. And
Was that?
Yeah.
You get the earworm, do you?
Yeah, I do. Oh, they got a car on there.
And that's Olaf, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm behind
I think it
on
is.
Yeah. And the Grinch. That's great. Now we've got Country 93. And again, I can't see who's in the car.
Yeah.
It does look like Fred Wallace in there.
Yeah.
I thought he retired. He still keeps
apparently
coming
not.
back.
Apparently not. Now I see United Way is collecting food along the way, or collecting socks along the way.
Yes.
They do a lot of great work here in Grey and Bruce counties. I've worked with them several times on several issues, and they really help all the food banks. Matter of fact, through COVID, they delivered toilet paper
Oh, yeah.
and hand sanitizer to all the food banks. So,
Now,
KT Taekwondo, they're an award-winning youth recreation and adult martial arts club in Owen Sound. They've done demos for the city at the hottest yard sale, and the last 2 years, and they feel this would be the first time they've been wanting to do the parade as a club and excite the crowd with martial arts.
I watched them in the summer during the hottest yard sale.
did ya?
They were just up here. Yeah. Looked like a lot of fun, a lot of energy.
No, they're having fun too.
Yeah. And what a great way for kids to get rid of all that energy they have.
Yeah, it is. My grandson in Australia is quite involved with martial arts.
Really?
Yes.
And how old is he now?
He's 16.
Oh my gosh.
And he's a big, quiet guy.
Wow.
But he can look after himself quite well.
Yeah.
The Ross firm, the professional corporation of lawyers and things like that, they've taken a truck and decorated it all up. Oh, they've decorated their little...
the little strollers?
Strollers, that's the word I was looking for.
We've got Terry Hastings Real Estate coming as well.
Now, how are they powering those lights? They must be battery operated.
They must be.
Yeah, I don't see any generators.
That's Terry Hastings.
That's quite the tree.
It is. I wonder if it's supposed to be a little lopsided.
Well, I think with the wind today, if you can even keep it on the vehicle, you're doing well.
I would think so. And we're lucky because we're sitting right in front of City Hall and we're back out of the wind.
That's right. But it was really windy when I came down today, so again, they put quite a bit of effort into that.
They sure have.
Voyago, they're a national company, and they deal with patient transfers and things like this, but they're also very involved with the Owen Sound Transit. They do a run from Owen Sound to Guelph every day. I think a couple times a day, actually. I've actually taken that trip.
Okay. And this is Transcontinental RBW. Look at their float. And again, I want to say, these big trucks are all donated. The driver and the truck.
Yeah, this is Albright Trucking is the
truck.
Is the truck, so
yeah.
I can't quite see the float, but it sure looks. The employees get together and do this float.
Yes.
They do a great job. And they look like they.
That sure looks
pretty
like
professional.
my nephew and my great niece right there.
Oh. Good job.
Oh, yeah, getting a big wave.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. And again, everybody does this in their spare time. I mean, for companies, they come in after work.
Well, they've put a lot of work into that RVW.
They sure have. So this is a VON. They've been serving our community for 126 years, providing home and community support services to over 10,000 people every day across Ontario and Nova Scotia. They still have the in-home nursing program, so if you have surgery or something and you come home and you need nursing, they'll come in the house every day.
Can you get me the number?
Sure. Now, this is a great float. This is H&H Picnic Table Rentals. So those are ski hills, and you see the toboggan coming down there. It's all made out of picnic tables. And they also have, so they've got a couple sleds coming down there and some trees surrounding it. They've done a lot of work.
That's a beautiful float.
I know. So here's something else. When you're out driving around, they have a picnic table Christmas tree lit up starting Saturday night. It's 25 feet tall, and they're located on Grey Road 1 just north of Cobble Beach. So if people are looking for, take a little drive around.
See something different.
Yeah, go out there and check that out.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Then behind them, I think, is Bins and Barrels, and they rent barrels and a kiosk. And you can see the kiosk there.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to set up a bar or something at your function, you can rent a bar that's got fans in it. It's got lights in it and things like that. So you can rent it. Pretty neat.
Yeah. I've been watching for some of the lawn tractors coming by with the signs because, oh, there's one. I know my husband is driving one somewhere. Or Robert's Farm Equipment just went by as well.
Oh, this is Robert's here.
There's Robert's. Their tractor was ahead, and now they've got their float.
Now, Robert's Farm Equipment was formed 130 years together as Roberts and McGavins, and they're family-owned business, and they believe that the most important thing is customer service, and then they say their customer service is second to none. Now, I haven't had to deal with them, so I can't judge that, but
no,
as long as you're focused on it, it should help. my list said that this should be Shallow Lake. That's the village of Shallow Lake.
Okay.
And they're represented with all their a bunch of minor hockey players. So, got a little shack
It's
out back.
a thriving little village.
Oh, it is.
A lot of new houses out there.
Yeah.
The Georgian Bluff sign. So this is the Eco-Culture and Grey Heron Garden, and they're situated just outside of Meaford on the east side of the town. So they've got some potted Christmas trees there, which are it's a fun alternative.
Oh, they
if
look
you
nice.
have an apartment or something, you don't want your whole big tree. I know of some people who get these and then they put them out on their balcony and they can decorate them for Easter and keep them alive for quite a while. Now this might be McWickwadong. Yes, it is.
Yes.
So this is Friendship Center's float. It's a winter wonderland from the time before settlers arrived. And winter is the traditional time for storytelling for the Anishinaabe people. You can see the children gathered around the fire on the float as they listen to stories from an elder. The little animals walking with the float show how animals and people lived on the land together. They offer services for people of all ages and cultures within Grey and Bruce counties, including prenatal and infant programs, activities for young children and families, youth groups, crafting workshops, all kinds of things.
This is Transformed Tree and Shrub Care. So what they do is you get your tree, and when you're finished with it, they'll shred it for you.
Okay.
And turn it into mulch.
That's great.
Now they request to be near East Ridge School, and I don't see East Ridge School. So
Well, they must be right behind them, maybe.
yeah,
This is the first year that East Ridge has put a float in the parade.
oh, is it?
It is. So they wanted to show their holiday spirit by lighting up their very first float.
They got some music on that float.
The East Ridge Falcons.
I'm thinking this might be Special Olympics here.
This is Owen Sound Special Olympics.
Yeah.
So they've got some athletes representing a few of the 14 sports that they offer. Some are from the adult program, some are from youth. They have 3 athletes from Owen Sound who have qualified to attend the 2024 National Winter Games in Calgary, and 3 coaches as well.
And then we have Sydenham Sportsmen coming up. They're a very active organization. If you've lived in Owen Sound for anywhere near 6 months or so, you probably have heard about the Salmon Spectacular. They have fish fries where they serve up hundreds, if not thousands of people 2 Saturdays in a row. It brings people from all over the place. It's spectacular.
It's like the end of summer when you see that big tent go up.
That's right. That's
you know
right.
Summer is over.
So
But thousands of people down there, and people come from all over. One time we went to Newfoundland, we got off the plane and we were talking to the taxi driver, and he said, "Oh yeah, my brother-in-law and I go to Owen Sound to fish the Salmon Spectacular." I'm like, really?
that's pretty special.
Yeah.
But they don't just do the Salmon Spectacular. They do all kinds of conservation work. They work on the streams to make them
Yes.
better for fish to go up and spawn and things like this. So they do a lot of that kind of stuff.
I was going to call it the fish nursery,
Yeah.
where they raise the salmon,
Yep.
and I don't know if they do lake trout as well, and then they release them.
Yeah, and they also do gun safety
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. They have ranges to practice and things like this. So they're very active.
I was a judge at one of their wind-up banquets, and everybody cooked something, and I had to taste it, and
Oh, you lucky dog.
I told them, all right, I'll do it, but please don't tell me what I'm eating.
Oh.
I don't want to know.
It was like wildlife, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it was wildlife.
that'd be
Most
good.
of it was pretty good. There was one or two dishes. I was wondering how long it had been roadkill.
As long as it
but-
wasn't fish eyes or something
Yeah.
like that. So, now this is Ion Electrical. They do commercial and residential electrical. They've done up a little trailer with all kinds of Christmas decorations in it. It looks pretty nice.
It does. I like those snowmen and the deer at the end. Is that Rudolph? I can't see if there's a red nose
Yeah.
there or not.
They got a lot of lights on it, but I guess I know who wired it.
Yes, exactly. There'd be. So Kalinowski Power, there are a CF Moto ATV and side-by-side dealer, and these are fun. My neighbor, well, I live in the country, so most of my neighbors have these things, and
Yes.
a couple of them have let me drive them, and boy, they're a lot of fun. I'd like to get one. So they've got an ATV decorated and a side-by-side, and then, of course, their company truck. All the machines are ready to go for Christmas, so if you're looking for a Christmas gift for that hard-to-buy-for person,
It wouldn't be a stocking stuffer.
no, not unless you put a little slip of paper in there.
That's right.
But they are fun.
Oh, yes.
I had a friend visiting last year from Calgary. She grew up in Williamsburg, and she came home for a visit. And my friend who had one of those, he took the two of us out on all the
yes.
bush trails because she
Yeah.
really loved that, getting back out in the country. So this is the community service wagon.
And I think they're followed by, my bet is that's St. Mary's School.
I think that's probably a good guess. There's always so much excitement and enthusiasm with the schools.
Oh, absolutely.
I can remember, it's hard to believe I can remember back that far, but I can remember being on a few floats when I was in high school.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it was so much fun.
They have no end of energy.
No. The one I was a go-go dancer.
Oh. Did you gain pictures?
I'm sure there's some somewhere.
I could blackmail you with those.
I was a lot younger, John, in a much better physical shape.
Weren't we all?
Yeah. So St. Mary's High School floats organized by the Student Council. The truck is donated and driven by Steve Sprung Trucking. There's a variety of students representing St. Mary's. Their focus is on energy and just gaining back the school spirit that kind of disappeared over COVID. So it's Go Stangs Go. St. Mary's Mustangs.
That's why there was a horse on the trailer. Because they're
Mustangs.
the Mustangs.
This, I believe, is the city band. So the city band has been celebrating since it's 103 this year.
Wow.
The Owen Sound City Band. It's one of the oldest, longest established community bands in Ontario. They spend the summer playing weekly concerts in Harrison Park. And in the shoulder seasons, they play for retirement homes, special events, fall fairs, and several Santa Claus parades. It's directed by Julia Richards, and they're doing a special Christmas time family concert for the public at 2 p.m. Sunday, December 10th at the community center. So they also have the senior band from Holland Chatsworth Central School. They're going to be at the concert as well. Admission is by donation, and all the proceeds are going to Safe and Sound.
There's a friend of mine, Jacob Phelan.
I was just going to say, he looks familiar.
He's my lead guitar player in my
Oh
band.
my gosh, he's so good.
Yeah, he is good.
At the party this Saturday night when we were there and you were playing, people were talking about how great he was.
Seeing the city band go by, I don't know how they play those trumpets and trombones and all that kind of stuff in
No.
the cold.
No.
Oh. I'm not sure who we have here.
Oh, it's Jackie Ralph.
Ah,
She's singing.
or someone's singing.
Yeah. And she's had a busy day. She was in Priceville all day at a craft show, I know.
Oh, really?
That's the area she comes from, and her whole family had a table there. So now she's made it back up here to be in the parade. Now maybe this is the Lion and Braden Martin. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's a great float, though. Oh, no, this is MacArthur Tire. So this restored bread wagon, it delivered bread in Owen Sound once upon a time. So it's been a MacArthur family parade tradition to have this float in there. They've all, Mary, her husband Jeff, and their daughter Kayla have all had a hand in preparing the float. And it's a sparkling magic of a winter wonderland theme filled with twinkling lights, snowman, prancing reindeer, and a giant teddy steering the wagon.
But it's more than just the wagon. They've done a lot of work on the float, actually, so it looks really nice.
Yeah. Now, this is OSDSS, Owen Sound District Secondary School. So their truck's a flatbed. They've got the students on board. They're sitting in chairs with Christmas lights waving, some walking.
Again, the truck is donated by the owners of the truck.
I think looking at the brown, that might be a Miller truck. I know a friend of my daughter's drives, oh, it is a Miller, I can see it here. And he drives the big truck that hauls the big equipment around, and he usually volunteers his time for one of the schools.
Well, this is an entry from the Bass Lake Park. Bass Lake located just north of Owen Sound on Gray Road 17.
So they're a camp that's been there for a long time.
It's been
However,
quite a while, yeah.
New owners.
Ah.
So hats off to them for getting involved.
Yeah, and Bass Lake's a pretty nice lake.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that big, so you can, if you can't find fish in one area, you can find them in the other.
So this is the Coke Canada holiday truck.
Ah.
It's one of their transports with the lights on it. Normally it has Santa in it, but Santa's further down the line, so it doesn't. It just has some elves.
You know, when you look back on some of the traditions of Christmas, many of them involve Coca-Cola.
I know.
Some of the great traditions and pictures and things like this are always brought to us by Coca-Cola. This is the University of Waterloo women's hockey.
I think they got, I don't know for sure, but I think they got quite involved up here last year during Hockey Day in Canada.
Oh, did they?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Oh, they're going to be here for 3 days for Hockey Fest.
Oh, good. Oh.
I stand corrected. They've been here for 3 days.
Oh, welcome. And I think they're followed by the Owen Sound girls hockey.
Yeah. And I know that these more senior hockey players do a lot of work with the younger ones. So that's great. The Waterloo Warriors.
Geez, they've got their own bus.
I know.
That's pretty impressive.
Sure is. 2 buses, maybe.
But they seem to have melded together with the Owen Sound girls hockey team. Now, oh, they got a trailer too.
Yes.
Now the Owen Sound girls hockey, I remember way back when we didn't have girls hockey in Owen Sound.
No.
And the Kiwanis Club was able to put up some money and sponsor them in the initial stages. So they've been going since the mid-90s, and they have 175 girls involved in.
That's great.
In girls hockey.
Great.
They're called the Ice Hawks.
And guess who's coming next?
It looks like a policeman with lots of lights on it.
Lots of lights, and then following him is the star of the show.
The star of the show, for sure.
So this is our beautiful Santa float. And it was built a number of years ago by, as you said, Kiwanis and Phil Gignac. He led the team to build that. It made its debut in the November 23rd, 2002 parade. And in the last couple of years, it's been maintained with love by John Davey. John's put in countless hours working on the float, and most especially the dancing reindeer.
Yeah, that's spectacular that he's done this. I know when Phil built the float, he wanted it to be in a night parade, and he wanted to have them moving, but he just didn't have the money to do it. So John Davies come forward and now has all the reindeer moving.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a great, great float. And I see a lot of, there's Kiwanis and Susan Davey there. They're all getting people back. Of course, the kids all want to be out there.
And there's the jolly old elf himself.
Yes, hello, Santa. Ho, ho, ho. And we're really happy he could take time out of his schedule to be here. He has to do so many community events.
Oh, I think he also stays around afterwards.
He does, yes.
And talks to the children and things like that, so it's just spectacular.
Yeah. And look at all the people following the float up the road. Wow, that's great. Look at all the people. You can't see the street.
No.
So there we have it, another year. And what do you think of our table here?
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, Kathy.
That's pretty nice.
Kathy Olmsted did that, so thanks,
She did a
Kathy.
good job. Thanks, Kathy.
She did do a good job.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the other thing I wanted to say, and we talk a little bit about Kiwanis. So in 2025, Kiwanis will be celebrating 100 years here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
So there'll be a lot of special things happening. We'll be doing a lovely dinner and other things. And I know Susan Davey and myself and Gail Norris are co-chairing it, the event. So we'll have to get our hats off to do that, organizing pretty soon.
And that means that we'll probably be in the 80th year of the Santa Claus Parade, too.
Well, I would think so.
Yeah, that's spectacular. So,
yeah.
What a parade.
What a parade. It was great. And
it was great.
I just want to say one more thing. So this year, and I think I mentioned it before, we're going to be doing gift wrapping at the mall.
Yes.
With the Quota Club. And those ladies are amazing. They've done it for so many years. They have everything all organized. But come on up to the mall. Get your gifts wrapped. All the proceeds are going to be going to Chapman House. So
terrific.
Yeah.
Terrific. And another thing that the Kiwanis Club is involved in is starting yesterday, we're selling Christmas trees.
Yep.
So get down, get your Christmas tree. And
well, you want to say get up, get your Christmas tree.
Oh, it's up the hill. That's right, too.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It's up on the West Hill. Okay, I think Rhonda's got a couple people out there to talk to. Let's throw it out to Rhonda.
Here we are at the Santa Parade with Rhonda from Rogers, and we have Landon and his big sister.
Oh, okay.
Olivia?
Olivia. Okay, guys, what was your favorite part today of the parade?
Probably when I got to see people I knew.
Yeah, it is pretty nice running into people we know, isn't it? Yeah, it's awesome. Are you guys excited about Christmas coming?
Pardon?
Are you excited about Christmas coming? Have you got a list ready?
No, not yet.
Do you think you're going to be on the naughty list or the nice list this year?
Hopefully the nice list. Yeah.
That would be a good thing, right? Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you guys got to see Santa. And don't forget, cookies and milk. He was saying he wants cookies and milk this year. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Have a great night, guys.
You too.
Okay, wow, that looked like a happy group there.
Yeah, I think Rhonda should have got us those coffees or hot chocolates, whatever they were, and brought them up to us along with the candy she owes us.
I know, I'm disappointed. We didn't get any treats at all, John. None.
The night isn't over yet.
No. Well, look at the lineup going into the bake shop. The stores are all open downtown tonight, so people are out and about doing some shopping.
That's great that the merchants got behind an evening like this.
Oh, yeah. And as I said before, it's so great it's all on the same night because it used to be spread out.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're going to go back to Rhonda, I think.
Here we are with two more ladies who have a message for somebody. Your name?
Deidre and Lynn.
Okay.
Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hi, Janine.
Back to you, Linda.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know what else we can say about this parade.
It was a good night. The weather held up. I thought it was an awesome night.
I think this is, I don't know how many years I've been doing this, but I think this weather-wise and the
doesn't
parade
get much
itself have been the best ever.
It doesn't get much better weather-wise, for sure.
And I'm wondering how long the streets are staying closed, because I don't think the police are going to have much luck opening them for a while.
So, yeah, there's a road hockey tournament
that's
tonight.
right.
So I think they're going to flood the lights and play road hockey. So.
Oh, I see a bunch of kids on the other side heading down with their hockey sticks.
Yep.
So that'll be fun.
Should be fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first year I think they've done that.
It is.
So.
And they've got a cart over there with all kinds of goodies on it. Looks like popcorn and
candy floss.
Yeah. Good stuff. We got some more people wandering up the road here.
So.
Yeah, fun. Well, thank you, John, for helping me out tonight.
It was great. It's always nice to do the Santa Claus parade in Owen Sound. I love it because it's a start to my Christmas season, and I love Christmas.
I do too.
So,
my husband doesn't really like it.
No, eh?
No, so I tell him the 1st of December, just put a smile on his face and pretend he does for the month.
Well, I put up my Christmas lights today on the outside, so I'm in the spirit. I'm ready to go now. So.
And
Christmas.
good weather for doing that, too.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Get it done.
It was awesome.
So it's going to be so pretty down here shortly. The lights get turned on, I believe, at 7 o'clock, the Festival of Northern Lights, so everything will be lit up.
So we'll have to go over there and watch that then, eh?
Yes, exactly.
So.
Yeah. And hopefully we can get the same job next year.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see.
But maybe we could double the pay. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, John, as I said, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you.
Everybody at home, I hope you've enjoyed this. And for everybody participating and volunteering, thank you so much. And we'll see you for the parade next year.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line. Email us or connect with us on social media.
We can be hurt. We can be bruised. We can be broken. Slowed down, confused, and even numbed. But we can't be defeated. We're built on a foundation that's strong, our mission unwavering, and together we'll